I
So
like the
this
fact
is
what
the
they
skill
did.
tree.
That's
There you go.
dude, this is the cyberpunk map.
And we're back.
What?
Clip it there. That's where it's gonna be. Hello, everybody in the internet's world.
Hi, everybody.
Hi, Dr. Nick.
Hi, everybody.
Well, in the words of Cal, and we're back. Right? Isn't that- So, full disclosure, we had a whole episode where we went over our nominations for the Game Awards and who we thought was going to win
Before the Game Awards.
before the Game Awards.
Ooh. And then Ruben, what happened?
Okay, so fun fact. You can't rename files after you record them outside of the program. So the computer's all, I don't know what this is anymore. So I just don't work. I delete myself. Yeah, and then you try to rename it back and it's like, nah, I don't feel like it. So yeah, we lost that file. It got corruptivo.
Awesome.
It turned into, what, 215 different sound clips?
So yeah.
1,200.
Yeah,
What?
1,200.
Yes.
It clips them in 5-second clips. So, an hour podcast.
And you didn't feel like putting that one together?
Yeah, I mean,
After all my
That's just
Monty's hard
laziness
work?
on your
I'm,
part.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry.
I tried
Monty
to
and I
tell him
put
to
our
send
heart
it to
and soul
me.
into it.
Tried to tell him to
did.
send it to me, but he wouldn't do it. I don't know why. I
Well-
want to sit there and put 5,000 things together and just...
I appreciate you, Cal. And
it's-
Ruben screwed it up and didn't
it's-
even want to fix it.
It's no longer important. But just so everyone out there knows, it was our finest episode. I would say,
A pièce de résistance.
I would say that it was the piece de résistance. It would have instantly gotten us, 100,000 listeners.
We
And
would
now- and now
have
you're
Joe
stuck with
Rogan
this.
whole situation.
And now you're stuck with this.
Yeah,
You're stuck-
sorry.
Sorry, guys.
It was like the pick of
So from
destiny.
now on, Ruben shall
Flash
send
in
me
a pan.
everything.
Flash in the pan happens only once.
Everything shall be on my laptop, too.
That was the
So
word
that
I
we
was
don't lose
thinking
it.
for. Magnum opus.
Is that
Whoa.
a new word?
It's
was-
the Dex Gats Maxi.
It was our magnum opus. So now you get to listen to our opinions on this after it already happened, which is less fun,
Which is so much more valid.
but also the addition of a bunch of announcements. And I'm really excited about all that.
Oh, yeah, me too.
So if you guys want to pull up the Game Awards with me, and everyone that's listening, you could do the same. Or, if you're driving, don't do that. Bad idea.
Please don't, because you'll crash and we don't
Pull
want
up
to
the
hear
Game
it on,
Awards
on
with
the
us.
news.
Can you pull up the Game Awards?
Good.
Good.
I hate all of you.
I don't think that ever worked on me as a kid, but then again, I don't remember 100%. So
Yeah, I
it
don't
could
know.
have, but I think I was not that stupid. Like,
Can you find the dog?
at what age do you realize that they're
What?
not actually talking to you? What's
Wait, hold
your
on.
name?
They weren't? Not at all.
Spoilers.
Damn.
Never mind.
Spoilers.
Never mind. Barney was talking to you. Blue and who was the first one? Steve?
Steve.
Steve, what's his
Steve.
name now?
Oh,
Irwin.
Erwin?
Irwin?
Steve.
Too soon.
They've gone
Ah.
Too soon.
they've gone through like 3 different Steves.
Well, I remember when I was younger, everyone was like, "Oh, they got rid of him because he was like a pedophile," and I was like, "Oh my god, that's crazy!"
And it turns
out
out-
he was just going bald. I'm like, oh, your whole
Same
life
thing.
turned upside down because you're going bald. That's your fault.
I can't do the dog show anymore. I can't do it.
No, because he
I
was
can't,
supposed to
Big
be
Bubber.
like 18, and then they were like, "All right, hey, Steve's gonna go to college, I guess."
You can only be 18 for
Look,
so
here's
long.
Steve 2.0. Are they in like Steve 5 now?
I think so.
Something like that.
They're trying out different people, whatever.
It's kind of like Toonami when they changed up Tom a lot.
Oh.
Yeah,
He went
I
from
miss
white.
Tom,
He went from white and blue to black and blue.
as we all do. As we get
Oh,
older.
you mean when they gave him like his full change, where he turned into like a cartoon ball?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you were talking about way back in the day. He was white and blue.
Oh, no,
and
no,
then he
I-
changed
even then,
to
too.
black and
And
blue.
like silver
and then they gave him like
Yeah,
a
yeah, yeah.
face.
Yeah, now he's a
Yeah.
weird
I
cartoon
didn't like it when
face.
I didn't like it when he had a face. He's supposed to be like a.
Robot.
I didn't know what he was. Was
Supposed
he a
to be
robot?
He's supposed to be a
I
robot.
thought he always looked like Master Chief. I don't know.
He was a Spartan.
He's Master Chief's father. That's what you're gonna find
Fasha.
out in the next
Tom
Halo.
Chief.
That's why they're
Tom
taking
Chief.
so long to release
So we're going
it.
to find out in Halo 17.
Yeah.
That's great.
So you're going to skip
Love
all the
those
esports
tie-ins.
stuff, right?
Yeah, please.
Skip. Well, debut game.
Let's just take
Because
a,
esports is very important to us.
just take a second to realize they announced all the esports stuff before the Game Awards even started.
because you got to cover the important stuff at the beginning.
That's what it is. That's what
Yeah,
they'll
that's
tell
exactly
themselves.
what it was. Yeah, esports is very important
Yeah.
and inclusive in everybody's lives for the Game Awards.
Wait, you skipped one.
Which,
Right.
which one? No,
Oh,
the debut.
you're way down the spot. Okay. Debut game.
So the best debut game, Phasmophobia. Phasmophobia.
Phasmophobia.
Phasmophobia.
Yeah, I pronounced it wrong. On purpose.
Phasmophobia. It's all good.
Pastaphobia.
Pastaphobia.
It's the fear of.
No, I agree.
Delicious
I
pasta.
agreed with this one. It was the way they presented it was phenomenal. I mean, all the other ones are kind of like, you expected it. You know, like Raji and the Epic, and the Ancient Epic, like, and Roki, they both look the same. They do. They both look the same. Just one is in the snow, the other
You
one's in the
can't
desert.
say that.
I know they're not the same, but they look the same. And Mortal Shell is like another Souls,
Yeah.
Indeed.
so it's nothing special with that one. You know what I'm saying?
That was my thought too.
Plus, 3 out of those 5 games are probably so niche that nobody even heard of them before they
Yeah.
announced anything. So,
Too niche.
Chiron,
Kashiron,
Chiron,
Nietzsche.
Shirion.
Shirion. I don't even know.
Cheerio.
Pip pip cheerio.
Charlize Theron.
Best multiplat. So for best multiplat, or not multiplat, multiplayer game.
This was a tough one.
I thought Fall Guys was gonna win. I really thought they were. No,
Well, because I don't know.
we played
It's
Fall
not
Guys
as
for a couple
multiplayer.
months,
Like it's
but
a single player game
Yeah.
of playing against other people is what it feels like more
Yeah.
than a multiplayer. Whereas like the game that did win, Among Us, you're playing on a team, and Among Us is way more fun.
yeah,
That's true.
yeah, and I think just the fact that it allows you to play with up to 10 people. Like if you have 10 friends, who has 10 friends?
What are those?
That's pushing it. That's pushing double of my max.
Isn't it funny? You're like, I don't have 10 friends, but then if you get married, you're all, we have 150 people. Like,
Tell me about it.
Where do
When
you
was
get
the last time I
people?
talked to you?
Yeah.
You gotta invite Aunt Susamia because she's gotta be there.
Oh yeah, because I met her once
She
when I
met
was
you
12.
when you were a fetus.
Yeah.
She's loved you forever.
But it's not really your aunt. It's like the family friend that's been around
Yeah.
forever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
It's
wait,
been around.
my friend.
They met at a Tupperware party and they've just been friends ever since.
You have to invite
You want to
them.
be my
Yeah.
aunt for my kid?
Yeah.
Sure. Like aunt applications are going out at the regular restaurants or stores and stuff.
I can't even say anything
This is
because
Jonathan. He was our waiter at Sizzler once.
yeah. Well, I can't say anything because you're Uncle Cal.
Yeah.
And you're Uncle Monty.
Yep.
So
Honestly,
and
like-
you're Tyler.
Yay. I want that responsibility.
But no, bus multiplayer, yeah. Among Us, I was surprised. Really, I really was.
But honestly, if we can say Warzone, yeah, Warzone was cool. All the rest of them were cool.
yeah.
Fall Guys was cool. Among Us took it by storm, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Everything was Among Us for a good, 4 months?
Yep.
Yeah.
And I liked the team because
There's
it was
only
just four
people.
and they looked genuinely surprised and thankful.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were very excited, very happy. I was like, wow, looking at that organic type of, cheerful, they did something big and good. It was good to
Can you
see.
imagine how pissed off the other devs must be? Like,
yeah.
are you kidding me?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
We sold
you could-
millions of dollars.
Yeah, you could see, you could tell.
There's
at some
4
of
of them.
them. There's only 4,
Yeah.
and they beat you.
Yeah. Take that, Activision. Sit down.
Thousands of people working on
Make a
on
complete
this
game.
game. 4 people
Sorry.
Maybe let me get through an entire match without
beat
getting
them.
nuked out.
4
by
people
a-
beat them.
Yeah.
And you can see it in their face too. Like they has everybody on the screen at the time, and then the moment he was like, "And the nominee and the winner is Among Us," you could tell like everybody's just like rolling their eyes and stuff. Like, okay,
How?
And then he was like,
Cal in the corner.
How?
How? Tell me how.
Tell me how.
Followed by, I'm just curious.
I need to know.
I want to know. You guys gotta tell me.
What's next?
Best sports. I'm not surprised. Tony Hawk Pro Skater 1 and 2. I'm not.
Yeah.
I'm not. I mean, 2K, it's the same thing every year. FIFA, same thing every year. F1 2020, same thing. Dirt 5, same thing. Nothing
Wait,
different.
why wasn't Forza? Oh, because it didn't come out.
Yeah.
It wasn't.
Yeah, it wasn't out then.
It's
Which
just
is a
the
pity,
nostalgia
'cause
factor
Forza-
helps.
Forza
a
But
lot,
yeah,
too.
it would've won.
Yeah, it
Forza
was a big
Horizon
nostalgia
4 is
factor.
Probably one of the best game.
Oh, it's a
racing
great.
games ever.
That's why they're not going to put one out right away. I
Well,
think,
they
'cause it's-
released because they alternate. They do Forza Motorsport
Yeah.
and then Horizon,
Yeah.
Motorsport then Horizon.
Yeah, well, and I think that the
So
way
we'll s-
that DLC is working and stuff. Did you get the free Cyberpunk?
I did.
Yeah, the stuff for
It's so
Forza.
sick.
Yeah,
It's not super fast, but I did do the all-wheel drive swap. I did all the. I nuked it.
Oh, that you customize it?
Oh yeah.
Like the driving terrain?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
I ain't
That's
get
cool.
that far yet in Cyberpunk, so I don't know.
Oh, you don't have to. You don't have to.
oh, no, Forza lets
Forza.
you. They imported cars for free.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw that.
So I have the Halo Warthog, and then I have the what is it called? The Quattro or something like that? I don't know.
I don't know. I didn't get that. I'm
But
not
it-
that far in Cyberpunk, so I don't know the car name.
Earthquake.
Quattro.
Earthquake. Buongiorno.
What is this? Best sim and strategy?
Okay, so we voted this one.
Yeah.
It's the only one that I think we all were completely in agreement on.
Yeah.
Microsoft Flight Simulator.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's the only
Only
one that
because
makes
Civilization
sense.
wasn't there.
Right.
But yeah,
It's still
Flight
would've-
Simulator had it
Over
completely.
the other ones, yeah.
By far.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, because Gear Tactics is probably like the only one, maybe.
I still don't know why they put sim and strategy together.
yeah.
Right?
They don't. It doesn't make sense.
Because they're not a similar type of game.
No,
At all,
they're
yeah.
both completely different.
Yeah, because you made a really good point on
There's
that
no
last
strategy to Flight Simulator.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, look, I'm flying an airplane. I push the right button I'm supposed to. If I don't, I crash. That's the strategy.
Simple as that.
But it's
don't get it.
a very huge game, so that's cool. I'm excited. I'm excited to see how many discs it is when it comes to Xbox.
17.
time. Oh, Flight Simulator?
Because it's already like 10 discs on PC.
There was a guy that I saw. He was it was on TikTok, and he did a thing where he would fly over a random person's house, and he had like a few million followers. He was on Flight Simulator. He'd fly to a random person's house and crash into it, and they'd be like, "If I crash into your house, let me know, and I'll send you $100." Like, and a couple people were like, "Oh yeah, that was my house," and they had to like prove it was their house, like standing in front of it.
Yeah. It's kind of cool.
That's awesome.
It was pretty cool, like randomly out of nowhere. I mean, it's kind of spooky because then people go, "Hey, I saw your house."
Are you on the Game Awards?
Yeah.
Oh, cool. You could do the next.
Best family.
Best family.
Yay.
I don't think any of us voted for this one.
I don't think
I really
so.
don't think
No,
so.
we kind of moved on that one.
None of us
Oh,
have
you
a-
guys said Paper Mario.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I have
yeah.
memory.
You have that?
I have a memory.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I just installed it.
And just so you guys are aware, we did abstain from voting for a couple of them just because we either had no interest in it or no valid input. We abstained from a couple of votes.
Yeah, this was one of them. But
Yeah.
we said overall Paper Mario, but
Just
it
'cause
makes
it's
sense.
Mario.
Amazon, yeah, Animal Crossing. It makes sense. What was it? What was it?
It doesn't make
Well,
sense.
that was
It
the
doesn't
wife
make
is
sense.
playing?
It's popular, but how's it a family game?
It's
Well,
not,
it was
yeah.
it was the family game because
Oh, because we read the details.
yeah,
Best game.
most
of pro-
family
yeah.
friendly.
Yeah.
And that was it. Animal
What
Crossing
can-
was that,
what
except
game
for the
can your kid
tarantulas.
play?
Yeah.
Is basically what family is.
But
Which
that
is
was
nice.
the beginning of the pandemic game. Everybody had that.
Oh yeah.
I mean,
I had Destiny.
I had things too.
I always have
I
Destiny.
had things. Oh, go ahead, Ruben, for the next one, because I know you want to. Go ahead.
What
Go ahead.
is awesome game one?
Go ahead.
Best fighting game is Mortal Kombat. Anyways.
Why are you so bad at that?
It's fine, I guess. It's great.
I mean, who's better than it?
No one on this roster is probably better.
Tekken
Street
7.
Fighter, no. I think that Mortal Kombat's fine. It's the most mainstream, so it's gonna win. It is what it is.
and it has the most support.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because I mean, Mortal Kombat's been around forever.
Yeah.
Well, then
And it
Mortal
was just
Kombat
always
11's
Street
come out
Fighter.
like 5 times with 5 different editions this time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, because they always do that. They always release Mortal Kombat, Mortal Kombat X, Mortal Kombat XL, Mortal Kombat Super Double XL, Mortal Kombat American.
That sounds like a dirty movie.
That's as big as it can get, Mortal Kombat Double XL. But if Smash was on there, Smash would have won.
Well, I can't see. There you go. All right, next up is best role playing game. We got the winner was Final Fantasy VII Remake, which I'm pretty sure we just all assumed this was going to
Yeah.
happen.
Yeah. I mean,
You put Final Fantasy on a menu, it's gonna win.
I'd say the next
It doesn't
closest
matter.
one would have been Persona 5 Royal, just
Yeah.
because there's a lot of people interested in that game, but Final Fantasy is definitely the most popular.
They made a smart move making Persona 5 Royal available for the PlayStation Plus collection.
yeah.
Because a lot more
I
people
downloaded
are-
it. Haven't played it
Yeah,
yet,
I
but
downloaded it too. I didn't play it, but
Dude.
yeah.
I
will
love RPGs,
eventually.
but it's so slow in the beginning. It
Yeah.
takes 2
I played
hours
the first
to
half
start
hour
fighting.
and I only played like 5 minutes
Yep.
of it.
For most RPGs, but with Final Fantasy VII,
A little more action packed.
a little bit more action packed at the beginning.
From a person who doesn't play JRPGs, can you guys explain to me why do tutorials take 3 hours? Every
'Cause
character
there's a
has to
million
talk with
buttons.
me about their whole backstory.
Yeah, it's that.
I need to know because I loved Gundam and I got the Gundam game on my phone for mobile and I was like, that's cool. They're giant robots. I love mechs. And I was sitting there for like 5 minutes every person. I was like, now go talk to this person. Now go talk to that person.
Yeah. I think that's
3
just-
hours worth of tutorials. Then by the time I'm done, I'm like, well, great, my phone's dying, and here I am
played
with
yet.
nothing to do.
I think they're supposedly starting to change that, where it's kind of leading into more action-packed stuff to get you the tutorial information without having you being bored of reading stuff.
And Genshin Impact did a good job of
Yeah.
it.
Oh, yeah.
The
It went
Genshin
straight into
Impact
a
did an
dragon
amazing
fight, like,
job
right
of
at
that.
the beginning.
Because when I played it, it just threw me right in. And as I was going around doing the game, they showed me real second on the side, real quick. This is what you do. Oh, okay, cool.
See, I
Or
don't
they
care
showed me
what
in
game
the
it
middle
is.
of
You
it.
throw me into a dragon fight, I'm in.
I think that you have trouble with JRPGs for the same reason you have trouble with anime a lot of the time, is that there is a lot of backstory and there is a lot of like cinematic stuff that tries to set you up for the whole thing. But Tyler, if you want to get into it more, there are a lot of buttons, there's a lot of
Yeah.
options, there's a lot of stuff like that. So you know how it
Just
is.
a lot of buttons, a lot of combos for the fighting, a lot of pushing like the triggers with like there's a lot of button combinations to do specific things, especially for a game like Genshin Impact where you have your normal weapons, your swords, your bows, that kind of stuff, and then you also have magic, and you have to go into the magic, what each element does, all that kind of stuff. There's a whole lot of information, a whole lot of buttons to remember.
See, I've noticed that with Japanese games,
Yeah.
they're very much like, oh, well, don't worry. Let us get you caught up on everything that's happened for
In
the
this
past
universe.
7 games.
Yep.
Yeah.
Here's the lore on all these characters. By the way,
Hearts.
here are moves that you could have done in the last game that you can't do now. And I'm like, okay, in American games, like, so did you play number 2? Well, shit, go back and do that and then come back. and I'm like, okay.
Okay, so you played Fallout 4.
Yeah.
Okay, so the leveling system, the perk system.
Yeah.
So imagine if that,
Right.
but for every weapon in Fallout 4. That's
Yeah.
JRPG.
That
That's
sounds
JRPG.
super
And
fun to
Final
me.
Fantasy is the worst.
Oh yeah, I was just
Final
gonna say
Fantasy, what is
Fantasy's
it?
the worst.
I think 15.
15 wasn't that bad though.
It wasn't that bad.
I think of when I
When
think
I
of
played 10, 10, 2.
10
Oh
is the
my
worst
God.
one with
10
the,
and
with
10
the
2
grid.
and the
Dude,
new Final
I
Fantasy
almost
7.
quit looking. Like I opened the skill tree and I said,
dude, it's
I'm getting anxiety listening to this.
it's like
I'm getting
a
anxiety talking
10 is a
about it.
node. It's like a bunch of
Let's
nodes.
see if I can find a picture
bunch of
of it.
circles and nodes.
right.
And it's huge.
It's a huge spider
and
web.
Each character has their own specific section of the map, but once you get to a certain point in the level, you can just break through that and keep going. So you have an entire just big grid. It's insane. It's stupid.
That sounds horrible.
Yeah, for each character. So that's like having VATS for each weapon and also for multiple characters
Oh,
at the
I'm
same
good,
time.
dog.
So
I'm good.
I
So
like the
this
fact
is the
what they
skill
did.
tree.
That dude, this is the cyberpunk map. That's not a skill tree. That's the cyberpunk
That's
map.
a full urban map right there.
But that's what I liked about
The
when they did
sphere
with
grid.
Remake.
It's the map
No,
of
the
Rome.
fear grid.
With Remake, they ended up being able to do that same thing with all the weapons, but you don't have to worry about switching your weapons. You can keep the original weapons. You
And
don't
level
have
them
to
up.
worry. Yeah, you could just level up the original weapons, and that's it. And that's the main weapon you can use throughout the entire game. You don't have to worry about 5 different weapons with 5 different skill trees with 5 different attributes on
Just
it with 5
700
different
And then
styles.
there's still Call of Duty sitting in the corner, like, so did you beat number 2 yet? Yeah, that was the other studio. They'll show you whatever to do. Come back and maybe this character will be related to someone. I don't know.
If you spend more money, we'll just tell you what it was about.
Did you buy the information DLC? Did you
It's in the
buy
season
the rec
pass.
pack?
Oh, you didn't get the collector's edition? Ah, you missed out, kid.
That sucks.
$15 for what? Knowledge.
Did you pre-order for the ending?
Okay.
I don't know why Call of Duty sounds like an old drunk.
That's because it is.
It's
an
been
old,
around
Yeah,
for-
that's the rationale of
forever.
Call of Duty.
He's been around for a long time.
Oh, Battlefield's old too and just dead on the ground.
Dude, that's
We're coming back eventually.
that's because that's Call of Duty.
One day.
You remember Nuketown?
Here's Nuketown 7.
The best map I ever had. Anyways, here you go.
Back in the good old days, there was no mannequins.
Sounds like your drunk uncle.
Yeah.
Well, we got the best action adventure game.
You remember Woods?
He's back.
Woods is back. We got a Mason too, or whatever that means. I don't know.
Best action adventure game. The winner of that was Last of Us Part 2.
Yep.
Yeah.
Shocker.
Right.
Shocker.
Dude, every time that they said Last of Us 2, it wasn't a surprise.
I wasn't
Like,
not surprised at all about it. You know, Star Wars, it was
Star Wars was
action.
meh.
Not that much. Ori and the Wisp,
That was a
why?
fun 5 hours.
You know, Miles Morales, too soon to even really.
Way too soon.
That's the problem. They shouldn't have put it on this.
Seriously,
Too
they
soon.
should. It's the same thing with Valhalla.
And a
Yeah.
$40
And Call of
game's not
Duty's
going to beat a
not on there.
$60 game.
No.
Right, which is weird.
Miles
How is
Morales
it?
is 20 hours long. Last of Us is 70 hours long. Like
Exactly.
yeah, it's good. I haven't beat it yet, but it's fantastic. But it's not game of the year caliber.
I'm gonna tell
It's
you this
already,
right
yeah.
now. If they would have abstained, just let Last of Us have this one. If they would have said, "Hey, we're gonna hold off Miles Morales and we're gonna hold off Valhalla," then you would have had Valhalla. You would have had Call of Duty. You would have Miles Morales. You would have had
Cyberpunk.
Cyberpunk.
Oh, next year.
Dude, can you imagine?
Can
That
we
would have
just
been a
vote
fight to the
Cyberpunk right
death.
now?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Right.
that would have been a good
Next
one.
year.
Ooh, I'm excited for the next
That
one.
was a good
Yeah,
one.
that's gonna be a good one.
But yeah,
Sorry.
Last of Us Part
Yeah,
2
my
dibs
big
on
son
the
just
expected.
murdered your
game
foot.
one.
Is expected.
I'm sorry.
Okay, here we go.
Best action game is Hades. I was so
What
excited. Hades.
Who?
Hades.
Come on. It's a good game. It won.
I know. I
Anyways.
want to play it. I'm just giving you a hard time.
But yeah, best action game for the best game in action genre focused primarily on combat. And see, here's the thing: Half-Life Alyx, meh.
Why?
No,
Why?
Streets of Rage 4 is fine, but it's
How?
So
Doom Eternal.
Yeah, it really was between Doom Eternal, Hades, and Neo 2. Neo 2, I would have said is a close second.
Yeah.
You
Me
know.
too. I saw some of the gameplay. I played a little bit of the demos and stuff like that. Yeah, it's action packed for real based off of its combat. But
Just the way that you guys were talking about it, it's understandable. I see how passionate you guys are about it.
What, Hades?
Yeah.
It's a good game.
Hades
it's
is
a really
dope.
good game.
I just haven't had a chance to play it.
Yeah. You'll. So Tyler said he wants to get it, which is nice because he'll kind of understand it once he starts playing. It's not just the combat. It's not just the things that you want to play a game for. It's the stuff that complements it, the score or the music that comes with it, the way that the NPCs interact with you when you die. You'll come back and they'll be like, "Oh, you got killed by this person this time." Well, at least it wasn't last time, because they know that you got beat by something worse last time, or it's just the way that they interact with you is very interesting, and I think that makes a good game.
Damn fool. you got messed up.
This
The next one.
I'm just gonna take this because it's not something we're gonna probably talk too much about. But accessibility, we're all fortunate enough to have no real disabilities that affect our ability to play games. So we all abstained from this one because we didn't really have any idea.
Yeah, objectively, our
Yeah.
votes mean nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah, because
You know.
it doesn't need anything to do with this. But I did look into Last of Us and Valhalla's accessibility of that stuff. They got a lot of crazy stuff in there for anybody.
And some of the stuff I don't even know what it's for. But you know that one, or even if it's one person that has that affliction to them, they're like, "Oh yeah, that's awesome. That's a game changer."
yeah.
And more than just the games that got nominated, I think it's amazing how much video games have started going into
Yeah.
how much they can help other people who are less fortunate and can allow them to enjoy something and have fun with their friends that they normally couldn't do before.
Or just differently abled.
Yeah. I'm glad that it's an award now because that means companies will actually
Now there's incentive.
try. There's an incentive to try
there's
to
an
have
incentive
that.
to actually look into doing that for people because they want to give the game out to not only people who have, no disabilities and those who do. They want to have the fun for everybody. You know what I'm saying? So that's awesome for them to do that.
But Tyler, from your experience, has there been anyone who's actually been purchasing those sort of things, like the
all the time.
Really?
All the time.
That adaptive controller.
One of my, well, not just that, but one of my favorite regulars that comes to the store, she has 2 disabled sons, and I try and go out of my way to help them with whatever they need, but I try and recommend the things like games like this that have the accessibility to it than games that don't really focus on it. But to get that special controller for the Xbox specifically, like you have to special order that. It's not like readily available to sell in stores.
Is that the one that looks like a fight pad?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because that thing, I didn't know what the hell it was.
You
I thought
can-
it was
It's
a
got
speaker
all the
when I
ports
first
in the
saw
back.
Yeah, it has
you
a bunch
can
of
basically
ports.
map it like a Elite controller. You can map it to
sick.
do whatever you want it to do, so that what you're able to do.
Yeah, and they sell different things that plug. For each button, you can set a different thing. So it's big
That's
for people
cool.
with, oh my goodness, I think cerebral palsy and stuff, where it is more difficult for you to use your hands and stuff. They can have things that are on a cable attached that come closer to your body that you
That's
can like
cool.
just, that's your button is flipping like a switch or like hitting a button. They even have stuff where they do eye tracking for some of the
I think the one where you
games.
can blow into a tube to do things, like depending on how hard you blow or like in increments, it's crazy. That kind of stuff.
I saw one where a guy was using it was something that he would like bite onto like a mouth guard, and he would like use his tongue to like move the joystick. I'm like, that's cool.
Yeah.
He's got to be one of those guys, and they got a 5, number 3, and a 4 to 5.
Oh my goodness!
Like,
Those
he's gotta be
auctioneers with
good.
trap music in the back are great. My favorite thing.
But I think that's cool, and same thing with like Xbox, how they did they revamped their. I know that not a lot of people use them. I think they're cool. The little avatars. You can have your little Xbox avatar. They have like prosthetic limbs. They have wheelchairs, all this
Yeah,
sort
I
of
saw
stuff. Because
that.
it's like
I saw that.
because I remember when I was younger. You know, obviously you're young and naive. And,
I thought I wasn't recording for a second. I was like, wait, did I ever hit the record button?
Oh,
We're good.
God.
We're good.
And
Anyway.
that's my goalie.
But
Inside joke.
But I remember when when you're young and naive, how you're like, oh well, blah blah blah. Timmy's in a wheelchair. That's cool. His avatar doesn't have to be in a wheelchair, and you thought that like, oh great, cool, that's better.
Right.
And then like the more I got older and I started to know people with like disabilities, or one of like a friend of a friend ended up being in a wheelchair, and he was paralyzed from the waist down, and he was just kind of like, oh yeah, no, it's cool. It's like a part of me.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, so I started to think more like, oh, that's
Yeah, it's cool. It's part of their
that
identity.
they don't want to. They don't want that.
Well,
they
yeah.
really want to be.
Yeah.
They're okay with that.
Yeah, they want to be embraced.
The way
Yeah.
the way I see it,
I thought
and
that was cool.
once again, I don't have a disability.
Yeah.
But the way I see it is, if you do have some kind of disability and you find success, even if you don't find success, if you're just able to live your life, it's like you should wear it as a badge of honor. Be like, yeah, I am
Absolutely.
in a wheelchair, but guess what? I do all the things people do, and I think that's something where we're working on as a society, like with kids and stuff like that. There are people who suffer from like dwarfism and stuff, and if a kid goes like, "Oh, he's small," bring your kid up to him and just be like, "Hey, just my kid, wants to say hello. Never seen someone with your condition." There
Help
are
them
people.
understand so
Yeah,
that it's not
that way it's not something
foreign later on.
Exactly, and I think that's important. Be like, "Hey, he brushes his teeth just like you do, stinky breath." Like,
Yeah.
And it's those little things, making sure that we all understand that everyone's the same. In the end of the day, everyone's the same.
Everybody's the same.
And it's not like the 1950s where it's like, no, hold on.
He's donkey brained. What? That's the 1950s. Anyways.
You need an eye nail.
Yeah, exactly.
No.
That was not okay.
Strap a woodpecker to the back of his head. That'll fix him in 45 minutes.
Oh goodness.
That's just like, hey, I'm studying psychology. That's just, they used to call it shell shock.
Yeah.
And it's like, no, he has PTSD.
Have you seen those
Yeah.
videos?
Oh yeah,
And the
it's
guys
just
are
the way
literally convulsing. And I'm like, that's terrible.
Yeah, and they just called it shell shock, and they're like, nah, put him on streets.
He'll be fine.
Yeah, exactly.
Put him in bakery.
Yeah, thank goodness times have
Yeah.
gotten better. Still work to do, but things are
Still
getting
work
better.
to do, but we're
They're
not.
changing.
We're idiots. We're just more advanced idiots now.
Yeah.
This is advanced, stupid.
We even have to call our phones smart.
We're so never mind. My
So
phone
dumb.
is smart. Okay.
Uh oh.
All right, Skipper.
Siri, what time is it? There's a clock right next to you. Siri, what's a clock? What is an anal log?
How many times I sold a kid a
Whoa.
watch back in the day, and I'd be like, "Do you even know how to tell time? They're like, oh yeah, I have my phone. I'm like, no, on the watch. It's
I
like-
love that. I love people who wear watches but pull their phone out to check
Yeah.
the time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Best
boy.
community support game. Tyler was not happy about this.
Not at all.
So-
he was not at all happy.
Best community support. This one is one I would like to talk about. Was between Apex Legends, burp, Destiny 2,
Another
Love
bird.
that burp game.
Apex Legends,
Really
Destiny 2,
immersive.
Fall Guys, Fortnite, No Man's Sky, and Valorant.
Cal, can you do your word for me?
How? How?
Thank you.
How?
Fall Guys got one update. How was that?
Yeah.
That-
Screw the game that's been out for 6 years and gets an update every 2 weeks. We're gonna pick the game that got one update and added a huge hammer that screws you over.
Kate didn't die
Fantastic.
for this. Kate didn't die for this.
We talked about this last
Thank
time.
you, Monty.
I thought that Apex Respawn does a great job with communicating to
Yeah.
the community. Recently, like very
How do Fall
recently,
Guys be Apex?
yeah. Very recently, Respawn has been saying like we're done talking to you guys, especially on Reddit, because the community is getting so toxic, and that's a
Already?
shame. You know, that's a shame. But you were telling me about Destiny and how they just
Like, don't get me
always
wrong,
put out memos and
They still have the toxic people. There's
Oh, yeah.
plenty of them. However, there's more people actually trying to help the game.
Yeah.
Like myself and all my clan members and everything,
Mm-hmm.
sending feedback or on the Reddit or anything like that. That it actually comes out. Like that, it's taking a little while, but now that Bungie's by themselves,
Yeah.
it's quality. It's taking
Mm-hmm.
longer, but it's quality. And the new Beyond Light DLC is a testament to that.
Oh yeah. It's,
said that-
it's mad fun.
you said that they get back to people, not you specifically, but when someone like
Yeah,
tweets at them and stuff. they're
When I mean, obviously, when it's a big issue, a lot of people are
Yeah.
bringing it up, not necessarily complaining about it. If there's enough of an uproar about it, Bungie will go in and fix it. And even if it's taking too long, like there's what was it? I think one of the exotics is off right now. Like you can't use it if you have it because it's broken in the game. They said, sorry guys, it's taking a long time, but we are working on it. It's going to be probably in the next patch. So like they're open, they're communicative. Is that the word? Communicative?
no, yeah,
Communicative. Communicative.
Words are hard.
I like it.
Talkable.
Yeah,
Apex-
I agree. It's just Fall Guys. How?
Exactly.
Like I would have expected
Because it's fun for a month.
Apex. Honestly, I would have even expected No Man's Sky.
Yeah.
Well, yeah,
If
because they did
anything.
do something.
But the fact that Destiny, like you were saying, Tyler, they've been doing such a great job. You got me back into playing it. I see the difference. I'm like, yo,
It's so much better.
I'm surprised that Fall Guys won that. Like, how are they even in this conversation?
Yeah.
Which is weird. They don't even have a community. They ain't
Even
been
as a
around that
person who
long.
doesn't play Destiny, I can still say that Destiny is the best support.
Yeah,
Just the fact that they have millions of players still, and it came out in 2014.
Yeah.
Fall Guys doesn't.
Yeah.
It barely just
Among
came
Us, Among Us became popular, and everyone stopped playing Fall Guys.
Yep.
Oh,
Yep.
yeah. Yep.
Apex recently, there was an issue with ranks resetting wrong because when they do one half. It's like a semester. They do one half ranked on one map, one half ranked on the other map for each season. And when the ranks reset, you don't go all the way back down. But there was issues with certain people where their rank went all the way back down. So they refunded people, or they gave them their ranks back to where they should have been. They fixed it, and they gave them free Apex like packs, which is like the loot crates for Apex.
Right.
In response to that, saying like, "Hey, we're really sorry that this happened. Like,
We're sorry.
we're sorry." Next was mobile games. We don't have to get
That's
like
because
take
that
too
one
much
was the
time. It
obvious
was Among
one.
Us, obviously.
Oh yeah, it was obvious.
Does anyone else play mobile games for fun?
Yeah, but not those. I played Dokkan Battle.
played
Yeah,
Among
I'd
Us.
be Dokkan Battle.
Because I played a little bit of Call of Duty Mobile. It's fun. I mean,
Yeah. If it wasn't Among Us, if Among Us wasn't on there, Call of Duty had
It's
that.
funny
Call
because
of Duty
I'm
Mobile.
downloading
Yeah.
Pokemon Cafe Mix right now.
No, you're not.
But yeah,
you actually play that game?
I've never played it. I was
Oh.
just gonna.
Download it?
no. But Among Us, if Among Us is in a category and it's not next to a AAA title, it's gonna win.
Yeah.
So
That's true.
But
I mean,
Ruben-
but yeah, Among Us is great. I know Call of Duty Mobile was good, and Genshin Impact probably like a good third. But definitely Among Us, because yeah, Among Us took the world by storm. And again, 4 people.
I'm gonna let someone else do this one because it's gonna make me feel good hearing someone else say it.
I'm going to do the next one.
go, Cal.
So best indie,
Let's hear it.
Hades.
Yeah.
Best indie is Hades, which
It makes sense.
yeah, That's the only game that's an indie next to Spelunky 2.
If there's an indie game that is in the talks for Game of the Year, it's
Yeah.
obviously the best choice.
If your indie game is a nominee for best game, it probably is
It
the
might
best
be
indie.
decent.
Yeah.
Right. It might be decent.
probably
not the best, but it might be
I
pretty
hate
decent.
you guys so much.
Oh gosh.
It's the
This
best.
next
indie
one
game.
here.
Oh, Tyler was
So
Tyler was so bad.
my favorite best ongoing game had games like Apex, my favorite Destiny 2, Call of Duty, Fortnite, and No Man's Sky. No Man's Sky freaking won.
How?
Nobody plays this game.
Exactly.
They had one good update that made the game decent. And again, I bring up Destiny
No,
2.
your only update should not be to make your game
Yeah.
playable.
Yeah, exactly.
Honestly.
That's not ongoing. That's starting.
Restart.
That's restarting.
Hey, we
Man,
made the game.
I
Fun
was
game.
so
Okay, here's version 2.0.
Hello Games
Stuff works. It's cool.
Hello Games hyped their game up so much with their algorithm and their planets that everyone was so excited. I was one of the people that was waiting in line to pick it up when it first came out in 2016.
Like literally.
And it
that
was
game
so
tanked.
boring when it came out.
Tanked
I took it back
hard.
the next day. I traded in the next day. Probably to pick up Destiny, but
I'm surprised that even was that people how
No Man's Sky.
how
Yeah, I don't know.
How?
I think having one good
Over 4
update-
of the highest streamed Twitch games.
Yeah. Like Monty said, you should not get an award for making your game playable. And when I saw him, their creator,
Livid.
he was all, "Oh, thanks. I didn't think." And it's like, shut up.
How dare you? How dare you stand where he stood?
Deej deserves that award because he had put up with all the crap Destiny's been through the last 6 years.
Yeah.
and
he deserved it. He should
And
have
that's
gotten
the
that
thing.
one.
You take Destiny out of it. You have Apex that's been going steady.
Even Fortnite.
Warzone's been going steady. Fortnite's living past its prime in the freaking elderly home.
They just added Master Chief.
They did, and they
They
put the
just added-
Mandalorian in there too.
And
Yeah.
Red versus Blue.
Mandalorian and Kratos.
And Kratos.
They
I
put
saw that
Kratos in
too.
it too. I'm like, what in the world is going on? And
But
go back to
No
season
Man's
one.
Sky.
really?
We need to stop talking
I mean,
about it. I'm
best
gonna get pissed
ongoing
again.
fiasco, maybe.
Yeah.
Best
Maybe that's what it was
They
for.
need to add best restarted game, and then No Man's Sky can win that one.
No,
Yeah.
I really think that they need to. We need. Okay, you know what?
Best game
I found
restart.
it. I found it. I'm going to talk to you guys because I know one of you out there, one of you is going to steal this idea. So I'm not going to say it.
Get
Games for
this: a
Impact.
taco shop
Gotta switch that.
that's only candy.
What?
It's a candy taco
Call
shop.
it Choco Tacos.
Oh, so moving on to the next
New
one.
taco
Please,
shop in
my
Los Angeles
God.
pops up today.
How
Best
did No Man's
performance.
Sky win?
I don't know. I don't know. How, Big Bubber?
Tell me
How?
why. Tell me how.
Tell me why.
I have
wanna
no
understand
idea
it.
why.
I want to understand it.
I
You don't
think-
got the answer, Sway.
Hello Games bribed the
Don't got the
VGAs.
answers,
There's no
Sway.
other explanation.
Like, honestly, that's like saying Anthem was in that setting and Anthem won. Like, how?
Right.
Bro, no.
Oh, it'll probably win next year when they do that.
yeah,
update.
it'll be
Yeah.
Destiny next year when they Anthem 2.0. Oh,
Yeah.
you have to rename your entire game. Cool.
Best
Your Dokkan
performance.
battle.
It's just going to be called Louder Anthem.
Louder Anthem. It looks more like Destiny, though. I saw some of the pictures of Anthem. It looks a
Oh,
little
weird.
Destiny-ish.
They're going after Destiny, a game that's been going on for 6 years but didn't win over No Man's Sky.
Oh, I have a conundrum.
Best performance.
Best performance. It was hard. Honestly, this was very hard. Very, 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 very hard because Laura Bailey as Abby,
my
Ashley
girl.
Johnson as Ellie, like Dasaki Tensi is Jin, Logan Cunningham as Hades, and Najee Jeter as Miles. Like, that's such a phenomenal group of people. But I do agree with their choice of Abby. I genuinely hated
How
her.
how do you beat out the main voice actor of the game?
That's crazy.
Ellie. You deserve it. I mean,
She
I love
deserve-
both of them, Ashley Johnson and Laura Bailey,
Yeah.
but especially Laura Bailey because she's my kid Trunk's voice actor. But
Yeah.
she's very good.
That was
They're
a
both.
very
They're
good-
both. They're all very good.
all of
but
them are very good.
Laura Bailey, probably the favorite,
Yeah, it's
especially
just
in her D&D campaign.
being able
Or
to
her role.
bring such a hateful character to life, but you understand
Yeah.
her.
Yep.
is like the way she did it was she did an amazing job. I mean, and yeah, like you said, Tyler, to beat the main character of the game,
Who's done a phenomenal job for 2 games.
2 games.
2 games.
You know, that was awesome to see. You know, even I mean, all of them did a great job in this cast. Like every single one of them, every single one.
Last of Us just
Every single
killed
one
it,
of
dude. Best audio design.
Hold on.
We gotta find a spot.
I need these next 2.
Okay.
I have a point to prove here.
Oh no.
Oh God. Okay,
no.
go ahead.
So best audio design, okay, I can understand that. Last of Us, there's all that ambiance. It's got the scary and stuff like that. It's fine. But Resident Evil had a fantastic audio design. That's not Mickey Mouse. It's not music.
Doom Eternal.
Doom Eternal
Oh.
had great. But that's not my point. We're gonna move on to the next one.
I don't see any Destiny.
Best score and music. Are you telling me you're going to rip that award out of Mick Gordon's hands? You selfish bastards. That was the best. Doom has the best scoring I've ever heard in my life.
We're also a little biased, Monty. We're metalheads.
So you didn't think Final Fantasy should have won it?
No, Doom
No.
Eternal.
Didn't turn out?
Really?
Doom
Yeah.
Eternal
For,
should
for
have
the
won.
for the music, for the score one, not the audio design, but for the.
I liked.
Like I said, for the
music.
audio, understandable.
I've
but
heard
for the
Final Fantasy
score,
music before.
Yes.
It's
it always
it's the
sounds
same.
the same.
Yeah.
But the amount of effort and time and concentration that went into Doom, he had to create like 9 albums worth of heavy metal music that didn't sound the same. All of the different little art designs that he took and the little creative liberties, fantastic.
So all other games, I have to put my own metal music on my Spotify to listen to it. Doom
don't have to
Eternal,
with Doom.
I don't have to.
I don't have to with Doom.
You just play the game.
I don't know. I mean, I
like
listened to
metal
Doom,
music.
but I still would probably myself personally give it to Final Fantasy. Not being biased. Not being biased.
How?
They
How?
no, because like you saying. I mean, of course, Final Fantasy does sound the same and similar, but you got to understand the same
Not
composer.
similar, the same.
The same.
The same.
They just
I think that Final
he
Fantasy
designed
sounded great.
every single
I know.
music,
I'm not
every
saying it
single
didn't.
song,
I'm not-
every single
yeah,
score,
not taking away that
everything,
it's worse or bad or
100%
whatever.
different. But the way I guess for this one, they changed it to make it more grounded in this game than opposed to what it was back in the day. So they took the original score and they flipped it around to make it.
I know what he's
Different.
saying.
I
know
know.
what he's saying.
I get it.
It sounds good, but you are correct. I think Doom. Doom
But
should
I-
have.
riffs and double
agree.
Doom
jumps.
should have
Yeah.
won.
I
Because
agree,
if
though.
there's any game in the world you can hear the song, it's got to be a mix between Halo and Doom. Because I'm serious. Because if you hear the, you're like, oh god.
Yeah.
And the fact
It's
that
iconic.
it's iconic. Doom is known for their music.
Mm-hmm.
They're known for Mick Gordon, for him being such a technological genius when it comes to audio.
And it's so like RPG games, the music all sounds the same. Like adventure games, it all sounds the same. How often do you get metal music in video
Yeah.
games?
I mean, he had a metal choir.
That's amazing.
He assembled a metal choir. He put out an open call for artists and stuff like that. He got a Mongolian throat singer to come in and do some of the music with him.
There you go.
Thank you, guys.
Yeah, thanks guys. That was great. But I think
I
it's
am
a
a
travesty
trained-
that they gave that
I'm
to
trained.
anyone else other than Doom.
Yeah, I agree. I can
But-
see the point of Final Fantasy VII, but I agree that Doom should have got.
Doom should have won.
It could have been either or. Definitely, if it wasn't Final Fantasy, definitely Doom.
Well, I think that's just because Final Fantasy was up for so many other
Yeah.
things, and the fact that Doom is
The
known
one
for
thing
their
that they do
music.
right.
The one
Yeah.
thing that everyone can unanimously agree that Doom does fantastically. I think Doom should have won.
If I'm blowing up demons, I want my head to explode with
Yeah.
metal music.
So,
Blah.
we're on to the second to last category because I'll tell you what in a second. Best art direction.
Yes.
Ghost.
Yeah.
Yes.
I thought that was a fine job.
Easy.
I thought
Great
they did
choice.
fine.
Because
A great
Destiny's
job.
done it.
Yeah.
Great choice.
Yes.
Oh my god. So-
Destiny for everything.
That one.
I don't
yeah.
know why they didn't put Titanfall for any of these.
Right.
crazy.
Right?
It's crazy.
Should have been in there.
But
Both games.
this is the fun part. Best narrative, best game direction, and game of the year all went to Last of Us Part 2.
Yeah.
Not even mad.
No.
Not mad at all. Like,
Expected, actually.
I
Expecto
expected
Patronum.
it. I expected
Oh
it.
my god.
Honestly, I did.
He said expected.
You're
Expecto
fired.
Patron.
Ruben.
I'm actually surprised that Doom is on there for best game of the year.
It was another like Animal Crossing. It was
Yeah.
another pandemic.
Yeah.
game,
True.
because they came out on the same day.
True. If I can't shoot people with a shotgun, I gotta shoot demons, and I gotta
Yeah.
stay inside.
Yeah.
So it's fair.
It's fair.
But yeah,
me
no,
simple.
I agree. Last of Us Part 2, yeah, it's obvious. It's an obvious winner. There was no way that it would have lost any of those
How?
3 categories.
Hades is on that list.
Houseway.
Yeah. It's great. It's great.
It's great,
It
but
sounds
it's not
pretty
Game
cool.
of the Year.
It sounds
great.
cool. But it's not Game of the Year material. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
But
Hades is probably one of the best games I've played this year. Out of all the games I played, amazing.
talk to a lot of games.
Dark direction, fantastic. I play a lot of games. I play a lot of games, and they're just fantastic.
So yeah.
We just lost some followers for
That-
that.
Yeah, we sure did.
No,
We were making fun of him. Come back.
Yeah, right. I think that overall there wasn't, aside from those two that maybe not Destiny, but they just picked No Man's Sky. Yeah, I think that was a.
What was that?
I thought that was a big no. But overall, I thought it was fine.
Stupid.
Yeah, it was stupid.
But anyway.
But what do we
Reveals,
have? What do we have
reveals,
left? What do we
reveals.
have left?
That's
we,
it.
have, we have 15 minutes left. Let's get through
VGA
these reveals.
reveals. Perfect Dark.
Yes,
Yeah,
Perfect
I
Dark.
saw that. That was cool.
That's
New
the
Perfect
only one I
Dark.
care about.
Really, that's it?
Wow.
That's the only
No,
one you
no.
care about?
Wow. Can we just take a second to just.
No, you got it.
Dude.
New challenger.
That was such a great reveal.
I thought he murdered Mario.
I
thought he murdered
I
Mario.
thought he did,
You
too.
didn't see the trailer,
You
did you?
didn't see the trailer.
Dude,
Neither did I.
Sephiroth has Mario in the air with his sword going through him, and you're
Got
like,
him like
oh,
a
he's
fish?
dead. And then he just had him by his overall strap, of course, because it's Nintendo, you know.
They're not gonna, of
Yeah,
course not.
They're not gonna go in
do
and
that.
murder, even
Oh,
though.
it's for Smash?
Yeah.
for
Yeah,
Smash.
okay, I was
Sephiroth's
like, what
gonna be
happened?
smashed.
Yeah.
But it was the way that
Right
they
after
did
we
the trailer.
talked about him.
Yeah,
right
Dude,
after we
the way
talked
that
about
the
him.
trailer was set up, it was just like they were fighting the thing. I don't know what that thing's
forgot
called
what it's
anymore because I
called.
haven't played Smash.
Yeah,
Game
it's
Story
been a
mode?
long time.
No, it's like the evil.
Oh, the hand.
The evil
Sort-
hand, sort of.
the circle with wings.
Mr. Handy Hands.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, they're fighting, and then out of nowhere it just goes shing, and it gets cut in half, and you're like, oh, cool, we did it.
Dimensions.
Yay.
And then all of a sudden, no, Sephiroth is at the top.
His theme
Oh,
music
really?
plays.
Yeah, I need to
The
watch
music
that.
comes
Like,
on.
I need to watch
Did his
that.
famous put his hand up in the air and started, you know what I'm saying, sending
Uh-huh.
the entire world into just a swirling abyss.
A swirling vortex of terror.
Yep.
And then just came down. It was so phenomenal. Even
Yep.
Cloud, they even had Cloud sitting there looking at him like, what are you doing here?
Oh,
Sep-
Cloud's
Sephiroth.
again too?
Yeah.
Oh, he's been in.
He's been
He's
in
been
it.
in Smash.
Oh, yeah.
But
yes,
now
he's
they
there.
just added him into it.
Clearly.
I really want the DLC just for Sephiroth. Like, I just want to buy Sephiroth separately. I don't
Yeah,
want the whole
Arms.
DLC.
I'm not excited. I don't really care about the
Who
Arms
cares about
character.
Arms
I don't care
character?
about who else was in it. Who did they?
I don't know. They're
Master
irrelevant.
Chief.
Irrelevant.
Right. Oh,
Yeah.
Steve from
No, Goku.
Minecraft. Because
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
That's
because
important.
he's
He's
relevant.
been in it for a little
I was
bit.
so mad when that happened.
Oh, right.
Put Crash Bandicoot in there.
Yeah, if you're gonna put Steve,
Goku in there.
Master Chief.
There's more Dragon Ball games than Minecraft
Yeah.
or Kingdom Hearts
Yeah.
or because Sapporo.
Support.
Sapporo, the beer.
Sapporo
Sora-
Arasaka. Just put
Sora's-
Sapporo Arasaka in there.
Sora is supposedly on his way too.
Backflip.
Oh, really?
Back
Blah, blah, blah.
for blood.
Yes.
I almost said black and black. Back and black.
Back in Black. Yes.
ACDC's game.
Yeah.
Back and forth.
Back for blood.
I'm so
Left 4
excited.
Dead. Sort of
No,
spiritual
it's-
successor.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
That was kind of the name of the game. Is like, hey, we're the company or we're the team that made that other game that you loved, but it can't legally be said that this is the
Yeah.
game. So here's a different name.
That's cheeky.
Yeah.
I love it. I really do.
Well, because there was another one too. I don't remember what game it was. It was
Near Replicant.
What?
Near Replicant.
Near Replicant.
I don't know.
Oh,
I'm just
oh.
coming up with games.
Thank you so much. I appreciate
Thanks,
it.
Ty.
You asked what the game was.
Yeah, good looking out.
Yeah.
You're the best.
Evil Dead
Evil Dead. That one
looks good.
looks good.
Guys.
Mm.
Mass Effect.
Yes.
Yeah.
Mass Effect.
Yes.
So they're releasing a new Mass Effect. We're probably going to see that later on in 2021,
Yes.
but we're going to be getting. Actually, I think we're going to see the new Mass Effect probably early 2022.
Yep.
Yeah.
But Mass Effect.
Aren't they bringing out the HD collection?
Yep, totally remastered.
The remastered
That's
edition,
going to
yeah.
be beautiful. We'll see that probably holiday season 2021.
21. I would
say.
assume that makes sense. And then next
I'm
year,
excited.
2022,
I
bring out
cannot
the new
wait
Mass
for my
Effect.
heart to break all over again.
Oh yeah, I can't wait either.
Yeah.
It's gonna be lovely. It's gonna be
It's
fun.
going to be great.
It's gonna be great. It's
They
gonna-
released a lot of new info for Halo Infinite, actually.
yeah,
a lot more info.
I'm surprised. I'm glad. I'm
Do they
glad.
have a release
Honestly.
date yet?
Well, there's been a content drought forever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We haven't gotten
This year's
anything.
going to be strange. I think we're going into a dry year.
This is the post-COVID year.
Well, yeah,
Catch
and
up.
well, and on top
Well,
of
we're
that,
not even
everything.
post-COVID yet.
Yeah,
But
but
it's, you know what I mean.
but
though.
everything released last year. Yeah, it was like the big because I think everyone knew. Okay, the next gen consoles are coming out. This has to be our final year with these consoles that we put out all of our good stuff.
Push 'em out.
Yeah, and this year I think we're obviously going to get a new Call of Duty. You're going to get some announcements here and there. You're going to get little games and the big mainstays like
Well,
all the EA games and stuff. But
They've
I-
already announced it's going to be Modern Warfare 2.
yeah, but I don't think that
Why?
we're gonna get one of those. I don't think
Why
we're
would
gonna
they
get
say
one
it
of
already?
those games that you're just like, oh my god. I think Game of the Year is gonna go to like
Cyberpunk.
Cyberpunk,
Cyberpunk,
probably.
and which is great. It's great.
It's great.
It's great. But I just don't.
Minus all the
I don't
bugs.
see there being any like competition this upcoming year.
Every
which,
game has
whatever.
It's going to be slim pickings
Exactly.
because everyone has to kind of redial everything in with the new consoles.
So you know how Keanu Reeves is like the selling point for Cyberpunk for
Yeah.
a little bit. New person, new challenger, Vin Diesel.
Oh yeah.
Right?
For Arc 2. Dude, that the just the way it looked, it's so realistic. Like it looks so good.
I like dinosaurs a lot.
I know.
My whole kid's room is decorated with dinosaurs.
But I think that the graphic quality was amazing. I'm not super big on Arc, but I thought that just watching that trailer, I'm like, wait, is that real or is
Yeah.
okay? No, like they did a really great job with the
Arc
way that
is
it
Maybe
looked.
we
fun
get it,
if
we
you
try
have
it.
more
Yeah.
people to play with.
No,
Yeah.
And
I'm
you
not
know it's
getting
going to
it.
be cross-platform.
Oh
yeah,
yeah,
no,
definitely.
it is.
It's going.
Hopefully it'll be just as good on
Monty.
Switch as the last one.
Oh gosh, that was
Speaking
a
of cross-platform,
bad idea.
Destiny 2's got cross-platform coming.
Yay!
Pretty excited about that.
Oh yeah. that's
Biggest
exciting, too.
announcement, bigger than any of the games that we've already talked about. Swedish Chef is going to Overcooked.
No
yeah,
way.
Show is.
Beautiful.
Yeah,
Beautiful.
he sure is.
All right, guys. Well, that'll do it today.
My personal favorite, Super Meat Boy, is getting a second game. It's coming out in like 2 weeks.
Awesome.
Super Meat Boy Forever. I'm excited.
Oh
That's
gosh,
cool.
yeah, I saw
That's
that
one
too.
of those cult games that everyone
yeah.
loves.
Oh yeah.
That's
But
fun.
yeah, another Mass Effect, another Dragon Age.
Yeah, Dragon
Perfect
Age
Dark.
as
Yeah,
well.
Perfect
is
Dark.
finally
is coming.
coming back again. I
Elder
played it since the
Scrolls.
Nintendo 64. Yeah, I saw the new ESO.
Yep.
Looks awesome.
New Year's
Plus,
something
it
like-
sounds cool.
Yeah.
They're all, hey, what does everyone love? Oblivion was a good game. Let's make it a DLC.
Just do that. Just make it a DLC.
Well, what
for
did
the
we
new
do last
online
DLC?
game.
Morrowind, the third game. So this one's gonna be the fourth game.
Trust me, they'll love it.
Well, I haven't seen the trailer for the Endless Dungeon yet, but it sounds like a game that we would play. Did you guys see the trailer for it?
Endless
Yes.
Dungeon.
The Endless Dungeon. You didn't see that one?
Probably. Wait, no, didn't we talk about that? Isn't that what I was saying? It was like Diablo but with weapons.
Yeah, that was the
Isn't
one
that
you
the
were
one?
telling me
Yeah,
about.
yeah,
Yeah.
Sick.
It looks.
Yeah, I'm down.
I don't know if that's exactly what the direction is that they're going for, but it looked to me like Diablo with guns, and I like that because Diablo is fun. We're running through it again.
Yes, we are.
Yeah.
Because we can only play Diablo 8 times.
We gotta get
It's a new
sick
season.
loot.
I gotta
We
get,
gotta
the sick
get that
kills
sweet
and
green loot, bro.
Sweet
Sweet
green loot, bro.
and your shadow clones.
Shadow Clone Jutsu. I did
Yeah,
it.
another gold star. Was that up to 2 now?
Oh,
I'm
man.
at 3.
3?
I'm
Naruto.
at 3 now.
Give in to your anger and your hatred. Believe it.
Oh, God.
What
Aruka
else?
Sensei.
I think that's everything, though. I mean,
think
there
so?
are some little things. Scarlet
Little things.
Nexus is a new Bandai Namco game, but I don't know what it is, how it is. It's an Xbox exclusive, though. Yeah.
Wait, hold on. A Bandai Namco Xbox exclusive?
Which is really weird.
That's
the
odd.
hell
That's
happened?
odd.
Yeah.
Very
It was
odd.
gonna
Buy
be
your
on
lottery tickets,
PS5
folks.
Too, but
Hell just froze over.
It's odd. Very, very
Yeah.
odd. I mean, I think it's coming
So you're telling
later
me
to
Sony
PlayStation.
was sitting there being like,
'Cause
all
it-
right,
it wasn't
we're
even
going to
coming
work
out
together, right? And they're just like, oh.
They're all, yeah, sure.
Probably a bad time to tell
Say
you. I
no.
think we need to take a break. We need to see other consoles.
I think it's because everyone was saying that they thought that Sony was gonna buy Bandai Namco.
That'd been sick. Dragon Ball exclusive game.
Dude, Dragon Ball exclusive, Tekken only on PlayStation, like
That
It-
would have been interesting, but no, they weren't gonna do that.
Dark Souls, whatever they do next. I'm sorry,
love
Elden
hard
Ring.
games.
Scary Souls.
Grandpa, this Elden Ring game's sick. I remember when they announced Elden Ring.
Yeah, what was it? Didn't that game win an award like best anticipated or most anticipated
For
game?
the
Yeah, like
next
7 years ago.
20 years in a row, most anticipated game.
Elden Ring.
Did you guys see that picture? You know the old smiling man that they use in every meme?
No.
Yeah.
That guy. It was him, but they photoshopped like the little eye text stuff that they put on all the Cyberpunk characters. He has one of those like the like holographic newspapers. It was like me in actual 2077 waiting for them to release Cyberpunk. I was like,
Wow, that's awesome.
I think that's everything.
I think so.
We don't have time for a My Diversity or Dead, but we're gonna release.
How?
Why
Right.
don't
We're gonna release a supplemental right after this. It's gonna come out on the same day. It's just a small Christmas episode because we are probably gonna be taking a break next week.
Yeah.
For recording.
It's for Christmas.
Yeah, for the holiday
For Christmas.
for the holiday of our choosing that we decide to celebrate. Grandma.
It's Christmas.
Happy holidays.
But
Happy Christmas.
at the time of this coming out, happy happy holiday and
Christmas,
all that.
Hanukkah,
We will
Kwanzaa?
see. Yeah,
Christmas,
right.
Hanukkah, Kwanzaa.
Happy Kwanzaa?
Happy what? Kwanzaa?
Kwanzaa.
Happy
Christmas,
Hanukkah.
Hanukkah, Kwanzaa. Happy Kwanzaa.
But happy. We're a couple days late to the beginning, but happy Hanukkah for everyone that does celebrate that. And
Shabbat
Merry,
Shalom.
yeah, Shabbat Shalom, and happy holiday to one and to one a good. I don't know. I don't watch Christmas stuff.
Merry Christmas to all.
It's gonna be
Holidays
it's
now.
gonna be a boring Christmas episode for me, just so you guys know. But anyways, it's gonna release same time this one does, and we're gonna do an epic My Dad Can Beat Up Your Dad then. But for everybody else who is still listening, we're
love
streaming.
We are
Oh, yeah.
streaming.
We're gonna be
We
start
just started, man. It's
streaming.
super awesome. We're very good at video games.
We're so bad.
We are the best video game players. If you want
Ever.
to watch people who are bad, you watch us.
You watch us,
If
exactly.
you wanna watch people
But we're
bad.
gonna be on Twitch.
Wanna watch
The
an
Essential
aggressive
Nerds
hunter
podcast
and
will be
snipe?
up there. Don't have a schedule yet. We're thinking about Monday, Wednesday, Friday at like 10:30. That's when we're gonna stream. We're gonna have clips and videos of it all over the place. So definitely come in, come say hi, and watch us lose Smite games and
No,
others.
we're good at Smite.
It's
We're
fun.
all right at Smite.
because you'll just hear silence, or you'll hear Tyler like, "I got this, and then silence, and then help, help.
Help.
Where's my team?
Oh, it'd be great. I have my jungle over here.
Yeah. I mean,
Oh yeah, that's my favorite.
and then I'm dead. What do you want from me?
Don't die.
Yeah.
and then all of a sudden I'm just, whee!
Yep.
Oh, I'm dead. Okay.
I'm also a
See you later.
carry that supports.
Yeah. Right.
I'm in front of the support because they can't keep up.
But yeah, we're
Super
gonna be
fun.
doing that.
We're
Come
gonna be
check
doing that.
out that.
Come watch us.
Yeah.
Come laugh with us.
We're gonna have to find some like kind of niche games because I like those older games. And I think we would have a lot of fun playing them.
Yeah.
I like niche games.
Super Smash Brothers.
Yeah, that's what it is. On PlayStation, we'll do that.
How? I don't
We'll
know. We'll figure
Brain
it
hurt
out.
for a second.
We're gonna play PlayStation version, Brawlhalla.
Brawlhalla.
Yeah.
Oh, actually, that would actually be
Sounds
really
fun.
cool.
I got that.
Playing
I got
Brawlhalla.
that.
It's cross
You know,
plat.
it'd be really fun.
Is this car platform?
Uno.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
No, can we please play
I've
Uno?
watched some streams of Uno. And
Can
they're
I please,
hilarious.
dude? Can we please? I want nothing more right now.
Oh,
We
my
could.
goodness.
We could.
If you guys have any
have
recommendations
it.
on what you would like to see us play, let us know,
like
please.
Uno? Everyone tell Ruben we should play Uno.
Yeah. That'll be
He's the only
fun.
one not down.
Anyway,
That'll
Or
be
we
fun.
play the
Without him.
knockout
Yeah,
version.
we'll play without him.
Dose.
Yeah, we can stream it out. That's fine.
What's it called?
It's called Dose.
But anyways, from all of us here, have a good. Can you please somebody do the outro? I'm bad at this.
From
every
all of
day.
us here at the Essential Nerds podcast, we hope you have a wonderful holiday season and spend a lot of wonderful time with your family. Be healthy, be safe, and have a great time.
Bye. Or.
That's it. I'm not going.
The nerve of those hoes.